Hello and welcome to Cindy's Stamping Corner. We're going to be working today on the next project in February stamp set of the month. We're going to be making this little box. It has a belly band that will come off, and the box will actually hold about 18 Hersheys Nuggets, and I don't know, probably about much the same number of Hershey's Kisses. Perfect for Easter. So in your supply pack, let me just remind you of our stamp set. This is for Peeps' sake, smashing set for Easter. So in your packets you will have the following supplies. You'll have a piece of designer series paper 6x6, and you'll see that it has been scored, and all the directions as always will be in the recipes. And then you have a piece of smoky slate cardstock. This is going to be for your box. You've then got a strip of whisper white paper. This is going to be your belly band, and then a piece of Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper, and this has been cut out with the Talk Chalk framelits here. Then you'll have a piece of 1 1/4 inch Blushing Bride grosgrain ribbon, and a length of the Baker's twine, and then something borrowed embellishment. Don't you just love these? They're absolutely scrumptious. Okay, so I've done a little bit of prep. In your packs you will have a piece of spare card, and in the smoky slate you're going to stamp the Enjoy an Excellent Easter, and then again you'll cut out with your Talk Chalk framelit, or if you don't have that set then it'll work just as well if you trim it into a square. The other thing I've started to do is to stamp my belly band, and with the little stamp that's the row of eggs, I've just alternated in the smoky slate and the Blushing Bride, and I've got one more to do here. And I know it sounds obvious, but remember to clean your stamp between each, otherwise you're going to have a really yucky looking pink stamp set at the end of it. So then that's all the stamping done. You're then going to take your piece of designer series paper, and you'll see that it's scored at 1 1/2 inches all round, and you're going to be cutting up the score lines to meet the 1 1/2 coming down, and then you're going to notch out on the tabs, and that'll give you a smoother finish to your box, like that. And so when you've done all of those, you're going to, with your bone folder, just fold in along the score lines and then burnish. Make sure you get a good crease. The secret for a good box is to have good firm creases. There we go. And then the last couple in here, like that. Alright, so then we're going to be sticking the box together by putting these tabs inside, and so we're going to put some sticky strip up toward the fold on each of the tabs. Got some already cut over here. You really don't want to sit and watch me cut bits of sticky strip. You can use fast fuse, And then again, if you give it a burnish with your bone folder, and then pick up your piercing tool, you can just persuade the backing to come off. It will stick to your fingers, but if you pick it up and place it rather than just try and drop it to one side, you'll find it will stick there instead of onto you. Then we're going to just bring round the cut edge to the fold and match up. We're going to repeat that on all 4 corners. Press firm. It doesn't want to sit there, it goes like that. And then I made the base up earlier, and then they should fit snugly. And the reason this fits so well is that the DSP was cut at 6 by 6 and scored at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides, and then the base was cut at 5 7/8 by 5 7/8, and then again that was scored at 1.5 inches all round, and so it fits nicely in together. So then we're going to take the belly band, and we want the join to be in the back. So you're going to just position it and just put a crease in, and I like to just go back after and just line up everything, make sure it's all square, and then around, and there we are again. So that gives us those 2 sides, and then we're going to go around on this one, and again put in those folds, and you can burnish these with a bone folder just to give a really good finish, and then like that. And you should find that these are a little this strip is going to more than fit round. It's going to be very, very generous, so you might want to just trim a little off. And then we're going to attach it with a glue dot. And if you put the glue dot on the bit that's going to go over, you don't want to stick the band to your box, because you want to be able to slide it off to get out the goodies. So there's our box, and now we're going to just do the decoration. So with a couple of glue dots, we're going to stick the message onto the sentiment onto the piece of glimmer paper, just offset it like that. And then with your piece of twine, you're going to wind it, sort of smooch up the middle here of your piece of big ribbon and pull it tight like this, and then tie it off in a good knot like that. And then with some patience, you're going to thread your embellishment through, and again you'll tie it off, but not too tight, because you want it to have some movement when it gets on to the box. I'm just going to put a gentle knot in there so it gives me some playing room like that. And then, because I just want it to make a little bit more decorative on here, I'm going to just cut those corners up a little bit. Reminds me a bit like a butterfly, actually. There we are. And then I'm going to use now let's see, which way do you want to fall? I think it wants to fall that way. So I'm going to use another glue dot onto the back of the knot like that, and I'm just going to stick it on the top of my label. Then with a couple of dimensionals I'm going to attach it to my box, and you want to put the dimensionals on the box, not on the back of the label, because then you'll know you've got them in the right place and they're not going to start going over and catching on your box. And then you're just going to plop that on there like that. And there, all done. Well, thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye now.